Hi, in this session I'm going to tell you how to make a heat effect. Let's first create a layer inside the Photoshop. So select the pen tool and just make something like a star but with many feathers. And it should be something that a different shape on each petal. Something like that. And then here, say OK, Control D, and click right on that blending option. And Auto Glow, something like that would be good. So this is the first layer. Hide it so we can add another layer. So now I want to make a 4x4, a 2x2 sprite, but I need to adjust this line. So I go to Edit, Preferences, and grid on this. And this is 128. So divided by 2. Yeah, I have 4 chunks. Now let me make something like a debris, but I don't give it any color. So inside the Unity, I can give it color. Some random shapes. And then also give it outer glow. Okay, and we have this, and then we want another layer. First, we want to make a flare. So first, let's make a circle, and let me just remove the stroke and give it some outer glow. And I add this. Let me go here. Duplicate, rotate vertical, and also duplicate this. Flip horizontal. Oh, no. Okay, 90%. And also duplicate that and flip horizontal. And we also have this. I make one of them rasterized so I can select all of this and say merge layers. And again, we need another layer. Oh, I didn't merge that. No, I also need this one, merge that. So I need another layer. This one, let me call it flare. And this is for sparks, debris, and the heat itself. Control T and rotate that. And remove the stroke. Just give it a glow. I need a kind of explosion. For example, when it hits something that's an explosion effect, and I need a spreadsheet 2x2. We have this layer, put them in the middle. In the middle of each chunk, which is here or here. And yes. And then let's go merge layer just for the fifth one. And now each layer, try to, right click and say quick export as PNG. Do for each of them and then bring them into your project. Okay, I have brought those pictures into here, and now it is time that I'm for each of them make a material. And I, for example, say number one, and I make it additive, which is legacy shader particles. You can make your own shader, but that's fine because now we are only um, working on the particle system. And then give it to that. You can duplicate it and say number two. For number two, give this picture two. So now we have five material. Now let's go and create a particle system. And I call it hit. Because for example, when this projectile um, hits to something, I want that it shows the effect. Now follow me. So the duration one is good. Loop now. Make it as this. 0 because it doesn't have any speed. For the start size, select between two constraints, and from this to this rotation, also select this and this. And I think the color was blue. 3D, yes, so one local, yes, one local would be hierarchy. Emitted would be transform, and clipping mode always, let's say, pause and catch up. Emission, all of them to 0, and the count would be 2. Shape, no. Color over lifetime, um, add this thing and make the alpha low. Something like that. Size over the lifetime. Yeah, this is good. Just check that. And then we go to render. For this, we give the number 1. Max particle size, it would be 1. No masking. No. And now we go to right click that and then add another particle system, should call it 2. So duration would be 1, loop none, this, and the start lifetime. Between two constraint, I give it half to, for example, 1. Start the speed between two constraints, for example, 3 to 8. Start size, give a very small number, something like, and a start color. I just want to give between two color. For example, I give it this, and I give it a uh, darker blue. Scaled hierarchy, yes. Transform, always simulate, and the emission, it would be 0, and make it into random 15. I'll make it bigger. To 12 to 20 is good. Leave it to that. And shape would be a sphere. And the radius would be this. One, this. And limit velocity over lifetime. The speed would be between 2. And this would be 0. For example, to this. Okay, dampened for 3 is good. And no. Forced can make it world. Get between 2. Then make it 1 and make it 2. And color over lifetime. Yeah, this decrease alpha. When you don't want something, just click it up and it will go. Something like that. Texture. It would be 2 by 2 because our texture is 2 by 2. So I make it 2 by 2. And frame over time. I just make it 1. I think it's good. And the start frame. As we have 4 frames. 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 frames. So we say from index 0 to 3. And on the renderer, okay, 1, and then we give it the material that was number 2. Do not select that, and that's ready. So it would be something like that. Let's go and make the other effects. Particle system number 3. So the duration 1, looping none, no, start delay no, start lifetime. I give it a very small value, and then it doesn't have any speed. And the start size, let me make it 1.5. And this start rotation, yes, rotates like this. And start color, I don't know, it was green, it was blue for mine, so I make it something like that. And later we can change that. Hierarchy. And the transform, none, pause. And we need the emission, which is the 0. Count would be 1. And the shape no. Color over lifetime. Decrease the alpha. Size over lifetime. Yeah, this is good. Now we go to render. Of course, we give it the third one. This one to 2. 1. So it would be something like that. If you think that was not visible enough, you can make this. Because I'm going to increase the number. And let's go and make another particle effects. Particle system number 4. So as always, say 1. It's not looped. And the start delay is 0. So lifetime, give between 2 and give a very, very small number up to this. And the speed, I think 2 is good. No. Start size between 2 and make it like this. No, no. And a color, give it this color. Local hierarchy and transform, none. Always do that. And the emission, 0. And we make it from between, for example, between 15 and 12, 20. You can change a number if you want. And the shape would be a sphere. And the radius would be very small. No, we need to limit velocity over time. Speed from 0 to, for example, to this number, and a little bit dampen. Uncheck this, and now go to color over time, or lifetime, I'm sorry. And start life. Yes, it's good. And now the renderer. Select the stretched billboard 004 and select the 4 and do not select that. Let's go and add the last one. So go to Effect, Particle System number 5. So you can guess it. 1, nothing, 1, and a start. To this would be 0.1 and 0.2. Start speed, it would be very, very small. Something like that. And a start size, it would be, for example, this and this. Scale, hierarchy, this, no, transform, pause, disabled. Emission, it would be 0. And here make it from 10 to 12. And the shape is sphere. Leave this as they are. Now go to texture. I know that our texture is 2 by 2. So this is as well 2. Stretched billboard. And make it a little bit bigger. 1. And give this texture this, and uncheck that, off. Yeah, okay. Now, so you can play with these colors, and mine is something like that. And yeah, this is good. And for different effects, you can just change the color. For example, yeah, this one was blue. This one was green. Actually, you can use the same thing because these both have blue and green. But you can also change it to, for example, red or something like that. So yeah, that was it.